It was supposed to be just another late-night train ride home. The metro was nearly empty, save for a few scattered passengers dozing off or staring blankly at their phones. Mark settled into his usual seat by the window, the rhythmic hum of the train soothing his tired mind. As the train approached the next station, the lights flickered for a moment. When they steadied, a figure appeared across from him, a man in an old-fashioned coat, his face obscured by shadows. Mark frowned. He could have sworn that seat had been empty a second ago. The stranger sat unnaturally still. His posture was rigid, his hands resting on his knees. Something about him made Mark uneasy. He tried to ignore the feeling, but as the train continued its journey, an odd sensation crept over him. The stranger wasn't reflected in the window. Mark's breath caught in his throat. He turned his head ever so slightly, trying to get a better look. The man's face was still hidden in the dim light, but his lips began to move. No sound came out. The train shuddered as it entered a tunnel, and the lights flickered once more. For a fraction of a second, Mark thought he saw something horrific, a glimpse of a face not quite human, eyes hollow, and mouth stretched too wide. When the light steadied, the man was gone. Mark's pulse pounded. He scanned the car. There was no sign of anyone leaving. He turned to the nearest passenger, a woman with headphones, and asked, "Did you see that?" She gave him a blank look. "See what?" "The man sitting there." Mark pointed to the empty seat. She shook her head. There was no one there. A chill ran down his spine. He pulled out his phone and checked the security camera feed, something he did often out of habit. As he rewound the footage, his blood ran cold. There was no man in the video. And yet, Mark could still feel him. The train pulled into his stop, and Mark bolted for the doors. As he stepped onto the platform, he cast one last glance at the train. In the window's reflection, he saw the stranger, watching him, smiling. The doors closed, and the train disappeared into the darkness. Mark never took the metro again.